catch a foot when I drive. Big pressure, I apply. In the ring, you won't survive. Yeah, I swerve when I drive. Yeah, I swerve when I drive.
Hassel, let's talk to me. Yeah! Welcome to another edition of Hassel's Review. It's your host with the most, Hassel. And we got yourselves a God blessed good old-fashioned toy unboxing, people. So, our boy Big Rob's House of Entertainment, and no Chinese food. He was stationed down in Miami for a couple of weeks there. So he kind of hit a few Ollies, he hit a few places. And we got a little bit of a smorgasbord of action figures to unbox for you guys today. As he found some really good Ollies finds. And then we got one Target find. And it's something that, you know, I got a few weeks ago that went on my retro wall over here. I had to have a Savage Land Professor Xavier, but I really, really want one for the shelf of my X-Men shelf over there. I'm thinking I want to have him in the chair versus suited Xavier in the chair. I don't know. I may have him standing there. I don't know. It's a mixed bag, so I'm not sure where just yet. But I did know I wanted one to unbox. Unfortunately, I paid full price for him. I believe there's a lot of sites I'm seeing, a lot of the fan pages on Facebook that I follow, various things on Instagram, the collector community, so to speak, where they're finding not only Savage Land Xavier, but X-Force Jean Grey, both of which have just come out. They're finding them at discounted rates, and if anybody has a drop on some of them, let your boy know. I don't need another Xavier at this point, but I would still love to get that Jean Grey and open her up. No, all kidding aside. I have X-Force figures on the line. I got some OGs there, and I just would really like to pair them together. That would be great for my shelf. So if I can find one at a good price, because I don't want to pay retail for a second just to open. I'm like that sometimes. Some things I will, some things I won't. What'll happen is I will probably end up a year from now still not having it and pay over retail. But that's neither here nor there. Today, we didn't pay retail for 90% of what we got here. Big Rob, he done us a solid. He hooked us AF up. He got us the 60th anniversary G.I.Joe Halo jumper. At Ollies, he found a Finn Balor Judgment Day Ultimate. Not just a regular Ultimate, but a chase. He found the chase at a Ollies. I was incredibly surprised by that right there. So he picked that up, and then he picked me up a Tribal Chief, a Roman Reigns. Now, you guys know I don't really go in for a lot of the current day wrestling figures. 99% of what I have is classics. I think I have a Cody Rhodes up there with my title belts. And just off the rip, looking around, I maybe have another one or two current day figures that I have just recently acquired because I acquired them at a good price. So with that being said, yeah, if I get them at a good price, I got no problem getting them. But I got a couple of CM Punks. That's right. That's what it is. For the most part, I do Monday Night Wars and Legends. That's the emphasis. But I felt like, you know what? It's time for me to acknowledge my Tribal Chief and get me a Tribal Chief figure. And for $14 at Ollies for an Elite, why not? So we're going to dive into these guys. We're going to see were they worth the Ollies money. Were they not worth the Ollies money? I'm sure they all are. They look amazing, so to speak. Packaging, I will say, is all trash on everyone but Xavier, which come from Target. That is not Big Rob's fault. That is Ollies. They pretty much shit the bed on packaging for these guys. Like, they all look a little rough for wear, so to speak. So we're going to dive into those guys right there. Before we do, however, I'm going to take a swig of coffee for the working man on his non-working day off, and I spilled half of it. So guys, what say ye? Let's dive into it. Let's switch over to our P POV cam and get these things opened.
Alright guys, here we go. We are at the POV cam, and as you can see, we got our Halo jumper right here. This guy came in at $12.99, people. That's a good solid $35 figure any other time. We got our Ultimate Edition Finn Balor, and he is coming in at $19.99. That's a good $35 figure. We got our Roman Reigns there. Roman Reigns. We got him at $14.99. That's a good $10 savings. And then we got our Xavier, who I paid retail for, but you know what? I was happy to pay retail for him because, you know, I want to open one. Like I said, I do have the one on the wall there, but I want one for the shelf. So let's just dive in, guys. I'll tell you what, we're going to start with the Professor Xavier first. I know I've done this in a haul of the week. I don't think I actually done anything with him on a review, but pretty sweet looking figure. We got all the works there. Yes, that is Hank Pym's body. You know, they painted over the Avengers with the X-Men, so to speak. But let's see what we got. In the treacherous jungles of a hidden Arctic valley, Charles Xavier finds himself without his powers, alongside Magneto, amidst a slew of prehistoric creatures. You know, I never really understood why his legs would work, because he didn't have his powers. That was a bit of a plot hole, but you know what? We took it. We didn't fuss about it. We didn't complain. We just took it like a good girl on prom night. So, yeah. Let's see what we got here, people. Let's see if this may not work here. But you know what? Will work. That old school, just fuck it. Let's do it. This is how we done it as kids. But nobody stood in a bubble back then. So let's do it. Let's dive on in. So, pretty simple. Got a couple hands. Nothing to write home about. And you got a mini Cerebra. I'm kind of curious to see if that is the same Cerebra that comes with the chaired version. I'm almost willing to bet with the hole in the back it is, because it has that effect. Let's get his hands out of there. So I give him the Kung Fu grip pistol hands. Not sure why, since he doesn't come with any pistols, but maybe it made them feel better about what they were doing. I don't know. You got your hey girl, what you got going? Fingers, which basically is a Cyclops repaint. But I don't know. Here we go, guys. And this is a pretty good looking figure. So every bit of this is reuse and repaint. This is Hank Pym's body with just X-Men logos put on there versus the Avengers logos that were on there. And the closed fist still looks good though. And this Charles Xavier head is nothing to write home about, because let's face it, people, this is the Charles Xavier head off of the sit-down chaired version. So, since the only decent hand they gave us as an accessory is the pew 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 pew. No, we won't go fucking around, people. Let's see here. Oh man, why does it do that? It's almost like a salute. There we go. I'm thinking, bitch. Thinking about fucking you up. I don't have my powers. So, since I don't have my powers, why do they give me Let me use my mental telepathy hand. Well, odd, isn't it, people? Do the math. That Steiner math don't math. And list. These are for what was the chick from the Savage Land that rode around with Kazar that was pretty damn hot. Unless those fingers are for her. All right. That does look pretty legit on there. Solid figure, though. I've been looking for this one. Been wanting this one for some time. Yeah. Solid fan of that right there. I'm going to give this guy a good solid 4 Hassels. Alright, so I was curious about this, and I wanted to double check. So, the helmets are different. As you can see, this is a more slicker design, where this is more, I guess, the animated look, so to speak. However, the hole on the back does match the hole on the back of this, so that, oh, no, it does not either. It should go for that right there, right? But the holes does not match up. Oh, man. So, I don't know. I'm not sure what the hole in the back is for, unless there's an effect out there I am unaware of. I would have thought this effect would have worked, so to speak. And, yeah. Wow. Okay. Well, now we'll be doing good to get this one back together. Okay, there we go. Huh. I'd put that on there for you, but I mean, we know what it looks like. We know what that Charles Xavier with that looks like. So we're gonna keep the show rolling, people. I know you guys got shits to do today, so let's move on to our tribal chief here. Like I said, I don't go in for a lot of these guys right here. And I was like, an Ollies Roman Reigns for, $14. I'll buy it all day long. I needed a Roman Reigns because, he's one of the few characters that, he is our Hulk Hogan, so to speak. As you can see, the box is pretty damn foobarred up. It's in rough condition. It's got the Build-A-Figure pieces for William Regal. I actually wouldn't mind having these two right here. And if I found these two here, she's going to be a peg warmer. If I found these two here, I would probably build all of Regal. So if I can get these at the Ollies, and I've seen online where they are at Ollies, I would probably do that this year. But this is from SummerSlam 2023, where he, the head of the table, defended his undisputed WWE Universal Championship and his rightful place as the tribal chief against his cousin, Jey Uso, in tribal combat. So, yeah, let's dive into this. And I'm not even going to worry about a lot of that stuff because, let's face it, this box is already foo-barred up. I'm gonna be honest. I'm happy to see something other than pants, because all I have been getting out of the random figures I've bought so far are the Build-A-Figure pants. I have a lot of those. So to see a body actually coming to this, who knows? If I don't find the William Regal stuff, I may go and get a set of arms and maybe a Rick Rude head. I have the Rick Rude head for the suited figure, so maybe I just get a set of arms and finally get my Rick Rude I've been wanting. I mean, yeah, that's a little different, but it is what it is. So we'll get the fist out, get our wands out. So something I'm going to go ahead and say right here, right now, I don't like the fact that neither of his faces have the serious look. The smile, I mean, it just doesn't look like Roman Reigns to me. Look at that and tell me that don't look like our boy Big Jim. That's 100% who that looks like. I'm looking at this and I see Big Jim all fucking day long. So that there, I'm a little tiffed about, so to speak. But it is what it is. It's $14. I can always go on eBay. Somebody will be selling Roman Reigns heads on there because, you know, there's an Ultimate or something out there, and these assholes buy these figures and then they try to make all their money back on one or two of the damn accessories. So who knows? We might get us a Roman Reigns head that way. Figure itself though, pretty damn solid figure. Great detail. You got the sweet boots. Got the, you know, markings on the inside. Roman's got a good physique. Tattoos match. I'm all for this right here. He's got his hands to the air. The only thing I'm not for is the smile. That's Big Jim all day. Big Jim, because Roman Reigns. Because Roman Reigns. He don't be doing all that smiling, people. He don't be doing all that smiling. Let's see what he looks like with his other head on. Just to kind of... There we go. I don't know. Hair down works better for the Uafala in this version. And if maybe he had a serious look, I might would leave that one. This is a t-shirted head. We're going to stick with the Uafala, the long hair. And until I can at least eBay another head, we're stuck with smiling. Oh, Smiley here. Smiley Reigns. That's what we're stuck with. Not bad for $14, guys. He'll fit in. He'll fit in where he fit in. He'll be all gas, no brakes, as Jacob says. Not sure where I'm going to set him at just yet. He doesn't really fit the motif of a lot of my areas. Maybe he sneaks up there with Punk. Who knows? But I said, let's dive on in to Ultimate Finn Balor. Now, this is one I would have never in a million years have bought at retail. But for a discounted price that's, you know, $15 off and it's the chase, okay, I'll take it. I have seen where, and I haven't seen it in person, but I have seen, you see, he had the white breeches there. So, yeah. I have seen where the Live, Life, Love Judgment Day version of R-Truth is there. So, I don't know. I may have to go back and buy that now just to put next with this guy. I don't know. We'll see. This box is utter fucking trash. That is. Wow. No bueno, Finn. No bueno. So we got a lot of accessories for this guy here. We got multiple heads. We got the smiley head, the serious head, the grimacing head. And then we got the bandana. A couple of shirts there. Mommy's still with them on this right here. Which is, you got little bobblehead there. You got Dom and Mommy, but no Damian Priest. So that's a little weird. You got the tattooed up arms. Some hands, jacket. So, well, good bit of stuff here. And it'll probably do well if when I'm opening my shit, I didn't turn everybody over. So, oh man. He's got that Night at the Roxbury head. Dun, 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 dun. I am not a fan of the sleeves that he wears. I know that's part of his little gimmick now or whatnot. Not a big fan of that. I wish Finn would go back to his trunks, so to speak. Much rather go back to the demon, but let's kind of see what we're working with here. Let's check him out next to old Roman. There's one thing I will give Mattel. They do a great job of size differentials. Because, I mean, let's face it, back in the day, nothing was worse than having an Andre the Giant that was the same size as a, Big Boss Man or Boss Man was a big guy, but he was not Andre level big. So it was nothing worse than getting that back in the day. Or a Tito Santana that was the same size as Giant. And maybe that's a little more what I'm getting at. El Matador. The Matador. So, yeah. Pretty sweet. Let's see what this old jacket. Got soft goods jacket. Oh man, that's gonna look like uber shit on him though. Let's just see. Let's see what we're working with here, people. I mean, this jacket almost looks like something out of Saturday Night Fever. I mean, it's silky. Makes no sense for him. The hand shan't go in, which is crazy because one hand did, one didn't. So let's take this bad boy out. Sleeve, put the blacked out sleeve through. He got me hand. He got me hand. He's almost like Chubbs off of Happy Gilmore, right? Has anybody seen Happy Gilmore 2? I hadn't watched it yet. I know MJF sent it and Becky Lynch. I hadn't sat down and watched it yet. Huge fan of part 1. I loved it back in the day. I'm hoping they done it justice with the second. I didn't know it wasn't just a cash grab. Jacket don't look bad on him. It's I'm typically not real big on these soft goods, like the shirts and whatnot. They just, more often than not, they look like shit. But let's see something here. So obviously there is a shit ton of accessories here that I could put on our boy. But however, I am not. And I'm going to break his fucking hand. Or at least his finger off. Damn, that son of a bitch does not want to come out. Fuck you, Mattel. But even though I'm not going to change out everything, I will kind of give him one of his signature looks. But you know what we'll do? Okay, so the head will have to come off. All right. And I'm sure I'll play around with him a little bit before I pose him up. I'll post some pictures later in the week on Instagram. What are you guys thinking? Solid buy for $19. Should I left him on the shelf? What do you think? Was the prints worth it? Or was the prints not worth it? We'll see. Like I say, he's got a lot of other accessories. I don't know. We'll see. I do like these versions of his arm better. So that might be what I end up going with. I don't know. There's a little more texture or something to the sleeved out arms. Like, at least if there was like a what am I looking for? A seam, so to speak. And it wasn't just a painted line. I might could get behind having, you know, those blacked out arms, but when it's nothing more than just painted on line, I don't jive with that. I don't jive with that at all. So yeah, I'm gonna give I'll give Roman a solid I'm gonna give him 3 3/4 because that big Jim head there is just really throwing me the fuck off. The body is solid. That would be a good solid 4 figure if he had a grimacing head. And the Prince here, the Prince of the Judgment Day, he's about a 3 3/4 as well, because he's just, nothing's really bowling me over with this figure. I mean, it's pretty common along the way. The rest of him is nothing to write home about. Pretty decent, but nothing to write home about. So now we'll move in to the main event, and this fella right here. Let's do it. All right, guys, so we're here for the main event, so to speak. So this is a guy that, while it looks really badass, I would not have went in for. I don't really do the 60th anniversary figures, you know. I don't know. If they wasn't at the price that they're at, typically, because these guys are typically like 35 bones, because they are dressed out to the max, shit ton of accessories. But I don't have a need for a paramedic, a firefighter, things of this nature, so to speak. I mean, if you're a troop builder, God bless. I am not. I mean, as you guys can see, my shelves are filled to the max. So I don't really have a lot of room just to be buying to buy. But at $12.99, I'll buy this son of a bitch all day long and twice on Sunday. Now, right off the rip, we can kind of identify this is a backpack that literally is on the back of one of the figures that come with the Dragonfly. A lot of the gear there is reused gear. I mean, this is no surprise. But this is pretty solid here. 12 to 13 bucks. Not a bad buy at all. Anybody wants to scan the little QR code, God bless you, go right ahead. You can kind of see that right there. Shame we ain't got a damn G.I. Joe jet. But it'll be someone for Wild Bill to shoot down when my Rattler return gets here, which should be here any day now. So, pretty sweet art on the side. This is actually, and he's actually in good condition. For an Ollies, the box is solid condition. I was almost tempted to leave him in the box, I'm going to be honest. But he would look sweet there. And then it would be pretty nice if I had somebody for Wild Bill just to gun down. And who knows? Maybe I'll throw him over there. I really need to get Crystal Ball over there. And I'm going to probably put him in with the... with my Dreadnoughts. And yes, people, I have boxes of shit here because I have toyed with the idea of selling. We got some customs and shit. I can see a little bit of everything. Everything. Go Dogs. Go Dogs. Yeah, people, we're 3 weeks away from football season. Get ready for it. So let's see what we got here. Gotta be open now. The tape has been slit. The trusty knife. I've got to find the X-Acto. Not quite sure what happened. Maybe my wife come and done away with the X-Acto thinking that would keep me from buying figures. Boy, was she wrong. So, right off the rip. Oh, a parachute, people. Maybe I need to find a way to get this guy and hang him from the ceiling. That would be pretty legit, right? So, pretty cool. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Let's put it over to the side. Looking like Lydia Deese. Pretty badass looking figure. Now, one of the things I was impressed with this right here when it came with, it's empty. Like you could store shits in there. Like I could tuck this away in there. I'm not quite sure. Okay, so there we go. Boom. Boom goes the dynamite. He's got a barrage of weapons here. I always love that the mags come out. That is a legit for me. And I just tossed that shit in the floor. I know I would. Wouldn't be an unboxing if I didn't lose at least one thing into the fucking floor. It's okay. 2 things in the floor now. Oh man. So that is, yeah, 100% a redo. I'm fine with that though, because that was a cool one. There's his mask. Got his night vision for his other helmets. Goggles. These would have came with General Hulk. Not quite sure about that one there though. That's it's probably General Hulk and low-lighted now that I think about it. Pretty BA gun. Let's check. It does come out. Snug, like all good girls. Got his pistol. Nothing special there. Ain't like you got a Desert Eagle or anything, but it's a pistol. Bro got a knife. That's not a knife. That is a knife. So, this is a gun I dropped. Pretty much a sniper rifle. I'm almost positive that's the one that came with low light. Once again. So as you see, he comes with quite the little barrage of weapons there. Let's pull him out. Get out of here. Get out of here. So he's got a harness already on him. Now I was a little let down that he did not have an alternate head. I like the camouflage on him though. That looks cool. Would have been nice to have had a alternate head, but let's dress him out. Pistol. Put his knife up in him. Hey. So there we go. You got some good joints. There we go. So Ralph Rip. Just a solid figure. That's pretty neat. It's got the countdown for his jumping. He's ready to dive and get into some shit. But let's see what we're working here. There we go. For those that might want that. I'm not a big fan of that. I'm thinking that's what this is for, is to kind of cover that look up. Maybe give me goggles to go with that. I don't think nobody's going to do that though, honestly. Yeah, that gaping hole looks like shit there without these, but these don't seem to be, you know, centered up, so to speak. I don't know. What do you guys think there? Because that's something you, I don't know. It looks like a side-by-side with that fucked up light bar on the top. Not not big on that right there. That's not my cup of tea, so to speak. I am the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be at jumping out of fucking planes. I want to put this on here, but I kind of want to do the parachute first. I'm going to be totally honest. That is probably the look I am going for. I am digging this little weapon right here. That looks good, but let's face it, if he's jumping, he ain't gonna be holding them shits. So, now I will say this fit a little too loose. I don't like that. It did not fit as loose on my other. Was it airtight? Is that who that was that come with the Now we got a conundrum, because I do not remember where that went to. Huh. Looks pretty sweet, though. Roger, Roger. My name's not Goose, because I don't want to wind up with a broken fucking neck. Let me pause for a minute and see where my shits go. Alright, so on this bad boy right here, it literally goes right there. So am I missing something here? Yeah, he's not wanting to stand. I don't see what that just goes into on this guy. Was that a defect? See, I should have snapped there. Or does that come off? I don't. Huh. Well. Let's see something here, guys. Don't tell me that the whole thing I wanted to do with him, I can't do with him now. Alright. We got some in-store microwave ovens. Custom kitchen delivery. Sometimes you gotta move refrigerators. Gotta move them color TVs. Alright, that looks badass, but I just don't know. Do we hide it there maybe? And I know that's not where it goes, which is a little worrisome and a little like, that's fucked up, people. Yeah. But that's what makes it look cool right there. So, we'll kind of get back up here. So yeah, I'm not really understanding where this goes in at. Maybe if I hadn't thrown the box, I could look and see if maybe there's something I'm over missing somewhere. But what I am going to do is We're gonna make this complicated as fuck. Go ahead and put his parachute and try to get him suited and fucking booted. Let's move tonight. Get the party right. Something about opening action figures in the morning just gets me giddy, people. Gets me singing a little bit. So, okay. Yeah, I'm still not seeing where that goes, so we're just gonna kind of tuck that there. And there we have it, people. Cobras. And let me tell you, I had an uncle that was airborne. He said that would destroy your knees quicker than anything is diving out of that, jumping out of the old plane there, so to speak. But there we go. There's the OG. His flight suit is better, I will say that. But I am a fan of this right here. And for $13, I can't dispute it, people. I'm going to give that figure, I would give it a solid 4.5 Hassels if it was not for that little booger right there that doesn't have a good spot on where to go. Because as you can see, his bolts to the side there, his just doesn't. And that's it's a little off-putting. I'm not quite sure why. It almost looks like there's a thing on this one that wasn't on this one. And maybe that's why. But as you can see, for the most part, a lot of reuse between these two figures, aside from some of the body parts, like accessory-wise. Matter of fact, I knew I had seen that somewhere. Just to repaint. But that's how I get it. I mean, I do wish they would kind of not come in like the common, just olive green. We could do something a little different. But so I figured I'm going to find a way to hang this rascal from the ceiling. Not quite sure how just yet. But he is going to be paratrooping in. So, with that being said, this week's figures, this week's figures, guys. Drop me a comment below. Let me know what you thought. Do you agree with my assessment on these guys? If so, let me know. And if you don't, hey, let me know what you think. Do you was I a little too critical, a little too harsh on some of these bad boys? And if I was, what grade would you have gave them? So let's return back to my Beautimus mug.
All right, everybody, we're back to this Beautimus mug right here. You know, the one that only a mother could love. But, and I don't even know it's my mother. But anyways, we're back. What did you guys think? Drop me some comments below. Let me know, are these figures that you would go in for? Would you have bought them at retail? Would you have only bought them at Ollies as I did? And what did you think? What was your scale? What was your grade? Let's match your scales to my scales and see if the scales of justice for the figures line up, so to speak. Just give a shout out to some people out there. We gotta love our boy Big Rob of Big Rob's House of Entertainment. Go check him out on TikTok. He now has 2 TikTok pages. He not only has the one, but he has a second backup page. Doing very well over there. Hats off to you, Big Rob. I know I've been asked a few times, Hassel, why do you get other people to, why do you outsource your toy hauling, so to speak? I go to work and come home. That's what your boy does. And when I'm not doing that, I'm doing this. So it's got a little time constraining. Plus, I live in South Georgia. There ain't shit in South Georgia. We have an Ollies in my path that I stop at weekly because they supposedly restock on Wednesdays. So I stop on Wednesdays, and there's never anything there. I've tried stopping Thursday or Friday just to see if swapping up a day may, spark a little interest in the shelf, so to speak. It just sucks. Douglas, Georgia is El Talibre. It also has a Super Walmart, or what was a Super Walmart, it's just Walmart now. It's awful too. There's never shit there. They have the worst figure selections of all time. So I'm always at the mercy of buying on the .com, which always fucking sucks because it comes in damaged 90% of the time. So if I can outsource this to my boy Big Rob of Big Rob's House of Entertainment and no Chinese food, because he travels. He works on the road. God bless him. He doesn't mind when he's out and about. He sends me pictures of things. I'm like, buy, don't buy, buy, don't buy. And he hooks me up. And, when I see him, I get him, And hey, that saves me on shipping and handling too. So hats off to our boy. And Monster, as well. He also hooks me up from time to time. And he has Hasbro exclusive thing. So he'll get me figs on there, so I don't have to pay that $30 a year membership fee. He ships them to me, or if he spots things in Ohio that we just don't get here in South Georgia. So I do outsource my figures. That's why I outsource my figure buying. It isn't because I don't love the grind. I do love going to stocked stores that have the things. I see the pictures on everyone's Facebook in the community where their Walmarts are updating to the collector-looking aisles. They look amazing. I'm jealous as fuck. I wish ours was that way. But I have two in my vicinity, and both of them are not that way. It's just the way it be, people. I have to drive an hour to 2.5 hours to get to something that might screw on a chicken's ass, so to speak, have something along these lines. So, that being said, Big Bad Toy Store gets a lot of my money. Occasionally Amazon, because you get the free shipping. And Walmart, when I have no other choice, they will get my money. But they also rob you on the shipping and handling, because they're real son of a bitches about that too. So your 24 figure becomes a $35 figure real fast, and it's fucked up when it gets here. Walmart, you're an asshole. But that's neither here nor there. Drop me some comments below. Please remember to like, subscribe, share. It's a small thing for you, a huge thing for us. It helps us grow. And don't forget to show our love to our Stay Weird family members. I know the channel has kind of, we haven't been doing a lot of updates lately. Just to kind of give you guys an update on here. Me and Chris Daly have been talking about trying to get the channel back rolling again and really focus on making it grow. So got big things coming down the line pretty soon. We're going to get together. He is a different time zone than I am, so our schedules don't always align, and that's kind of been our challenge. But we're figuring out a way to get past and beyond that challenge. When this happens, we're going to be posting new content on Stay Weird TV with Stay Weird Network. Hopefully, Monster's work schedule will allow him to get back on board pretty soon too, and Big Rob has graciously offered to come on the show from time to time. So we got a bunch of stuff coming, people. Just bear with us. Help us keep growing. We love you guys. So until then, go hit your Ollies up. Don't sleep on your Ollies, because that's where you can find the good stuff cheap.
Garbage, top rope, catch a vibe, catch a foot when I drive. Big pressure, I apply.